Welcome back, everyone. It is Bayonetta 3 time once more. Last time, the artifact was unleashed, and all we got was a lost t-shirt, basically. But now we can finally move the plot forward with Chapter 11, A Familiar Dance.
Kitty.
I'm sure she's fine. Alright, here we are. So Bayonetta made it to Paris somehow. We don't get to see that, though, I guess. But here we go. Uh, yeah. Let's hope that little kitty is fine. So, this level is kind of short. It's kind of small. I'm going to be a little worried about collecting everything, but we'll do our best. Also, just, I don't know, I feel like this level in particular, you can tell, just feels a little more restrictive. It's a lot more of a corridor. Uh-oh. What are those things? Colgate. So, we'll keep moving, I guess. Parts of the buildings are going down. I mean, this place is doing better than New York, at least. It's not completely flooded. Real quick, actually, I want to address my demons, I guess. Let's get Gawan back. I'm sorry. Poor ball, but I do prefer my big ol' gun-toting train. Still got the new weapons with us. We'll keep using those for a bit more. And hey, it's Virga. So let's get everyone in here, try and do some damage to this giant pain, which I think we're getting. We got a little collectible there, and I think there's like a bug where the object is supposed to have a little graphic, and they just didn't get it for whatever reason. So that's kind of interesting to me. Okay, we're kind of just melting Virga with Gawan, but also I still can't see because of a questionable camera. So we'll do our best here to just utterly annihilate this thing. Gawan just kind of does that, I feel like, more than anything else. Just the damage is worth being a little weird. And this thing just never stops, which is always fun. Please go. It's time to go away. Could have been a little cleaner, but I'll accept that. Still a gold. Not too bad. So we actually accidentally almost triggered something, but I want to go back here first. We have another little test for us here. We have some angels, and hey, it's Grace and Glory, if you can see them amidst all the carnage. I'm gonna need you guys to stop. We'll get the weapon change in here. Ow. Yeah, they can parry. I keep forgetting that. How dare they do that? Only Viola is allowed to do that. Okay. That's one down. Get you in here. Oh no, not a low battery. That's gonna actually impact the integrity of cutscenes. Well, cut that guy up at least. There we go. So that was simple enough. That gives us a gold. That's cool. Really quick, I hate to cut right here. I am going to address the controller situation so that doesn't bug us again. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. So yeah, we were inching forward and we accidentally were about to trigger a cutscene, which is why we have this weird purple tint on everything. Which is a little weird. So let's actually go and address that. What the heck is that?
There it is, our new prize. Mon fille, do a sweep of security.
I have you now, Papillon de Ombre. No one is above the law.
A pleasure as always, Inspector Enzo.
A pleasure, she says. Let's see how pleasurable you find jail.
Maîtresse, there's trouble. We've no time for the likes of him.
What? I'm taking you in too.
After them. We must not let it fall into their hands.
Get back here! Merde. My wife hates it when I work late.
Breathe launch in! Find the gear and Lamont.
Mummy.
Say hello to the Presser of Destruction. I can't pronounce that.
Asking me to come along? Then we'd better be off.
Another temporary pack that'll surely only be temporary. So, we can use formation change with the R button, which is our new friends here main ability. They're being very vague here, but basically it is a stance change that will change their attacks, but it has a few other elements we'll worry about later. We're just going to call this one Mitch. I don't know how to say it. So that's the crow right there, and we're probably not going to actually get that, but I'm going to try and collect that quickly. I would not be shocked if it eludes us. Nope, we can just fly right after it. That's pretty easy. So that was more sudden than I expected.
That was a bit of a workout. Not moving again.
So that was cool. And hey, this actually shows us there was a collectible right here I missed. So isn't that great that that was there? So yeah, we have old Mitch now on the top slot here. We'll do our best with that. I think moving forward. So yeah, the game wants us to go there now. And I think we're done in this little section here. Not much, unfortunately, to find. I've also noticed I say unfortunately a lot. I'm starting to realize that's just, I guess, my verbal tick for this particular playthrough. I don't know. I don't want. You don't really notice that stuff until you hear yourself in a recording, you know, hundreds and hundreds of times. But it's fine. Old Mitch here is kind of weird. Definitely useful, but not my like go-to. There's a variety of things we can find here that are just hidden behind all the cars and such too. Not that I'm really paying that much attention. They have really big sweeping attacks and seem to be electric themed. This is also just like a brand new demon, I think, entirely to the Bayonetta series. I don't think it was in 1 or 2 at all, unless it was like in lore. It's cool. It's a little weird to get another flying demon so soon after Malphas, though, but whatever. So, we'll move forward here. I believe we are doing okay on collectibles so far. Yeah, we'll just go through this little little hole here. Do not adjust the brightness of your screen. It's just very dark. We'll see what this has to say. In Formation X, Mitch can emit spiritual waves that pick up on surroundings, relaying the info to the summoner. So, echolocation, basically. So we'll summon,
Illuminate.
and here we go. So now we can see some stuff. And there's a few things to actually catch here. So first off, to the left, you can barely make out a little chest. So we'll go get that really quick. If you'll let me. And it's just some candy. We'll head back over here. We'll illuminate again. In all honesty, if you actually did adjust the brightness on your TV, you could probably see this stuff pretty easy. But it's not so bad. There's a little secret passage here, and there's some music to find right over here, which is also a bewitchment, so that's cool. And we're gonna fly back again, just to ensure we can properly see things the way the game wants us to. There's one more thing to collect in here that I'm aware of, at least. We can try and scour the other levels if we want, but if we go over to this little part, there's this little part with the rebarb sticking out. But you might hear some croaking, and wouldn't you know it, our little friend is right over here. Even if we couldn't see, we could still hear for it, I guess. I might be able to actually summon over here while I can. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else that we need to, like, mess around with to look for over here. I can just check really quick, but I think we're mostly good. And if there is something else hidden here, then it is what it is. But it's interesting. I don't mind this mechanic. It's kind of cool. I get, you know, just reminds me of, like, old school Platinum / Clover, like something like Beautiful Joe might do, maybe. Oh, man. They're not doing too well. Insert joke about French military that is actually unfounded. So before we move forward, there's a lot of things we actually do behind us here. I guess we'll do this first because it's right here. But we'll open this up. And head up on these little platforms that'll appear. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. And what's interesting, if we stand here and let this summon in, now this guy shows up, and we can try and smack this thing around. We're gonna have to use Mitch's very strange abilities here. I'm mostly just gonna spam punch with this formation, and there we go. That gives us a witch heart piece, it looks like. And hey, that gives us a full one, so that's cool. We're actually pretty close to filling out Bayo's health, actually. So I might hold on to that for the moment. So we can head over here. There's a collectible right here we can get before that falls on us. But also in this little section, so you can see the hidden mission over there, but there's also the cat. So let's go get that familiar. Let's kind of jump up on these things here. And we're going to just try and, like, cross paths with it as we kind of move about. It's going to be might be a little complicated, but we'll do our best. Because as you jump on these, they do fall. So I think you're going to try to like trap it and keep it from going anywhere. Or maybe some of these fall and others don't. It's hard to really say. There we go. Come here, friend.
What an adorable new friend.
So that's all of the familiars already. Compared to most levels, that's pretty quick. And then this is the, like, designated demon tutorial one, I guess you could say. This is for our friend here, Mitch. And this one probably won't be too bad as long as we're maybe a little lucky. This one's kind of neat. So basically, we're going to want to use our friend here to smack some stuff. and make proper use of the different form changes and whatnot. All the while getting constantly hit by stuff. And we already got hit, so we might have to restart. We're gonna restart this. Okay. That's fine. Alright, so we'll switch to Formation X right away, because actually we can just do this really nice long-range move that'll hit like multiple enemies at once, which is really nice. Now we have the Penises spawning in, which is going to be kind of interesting, because we can smack these guys around as much as we want, but they do kind of just kind of linger around. I don't understand why it won't let me. There we go. I want to transform back. So I guess we can kind of take a look at what Mitch does here from a distance pretty well. But you have to wait for both forms to come back when you're doing your attacks too, so that's something to keep in mind. And I don't know if there's really a better way to do this particular thing, but we're doing okay. We just gotta try and take them down a little quicker. There we go. That wasn't too bad. As long as you take care of the cannons like right at the start, this isn't really that bad. That's a platinum. Our combo could have been slightly cleaner. Another full moon pearl, which I actually upgraded all of Bayonetta's magic, actually. So that will have to go to Viola by default. Compared to the two, Bayonetta just uses her magic more, because you refill your magic with Viola when you're smacking people around, even when Cheshire's out. So I feel like she doesn't need magic as often, so that's why I kind of prioritize her, but I've tried to keep the health fairly even between the two. So we're cleaning up pretty well over here. We'll continue our mission going through here. So let's see what we got. You guys remember towers? Here's the purple version. So, this is Nimbostratus, yes. It is effectively the same type of enemy as, like, Castellanos or whatever, but with a twist. It can make enemies invisible. Lovely. So, what we're going to want to do here, as Bayonetta will demonstrate for us, good old Mitch is going to be getting a workout today. Echolocate to bring these guys back to being visible, but we're also going to have to take that tower down ourselves. So, let's just do that. I'm going to have to formation switch in a second here. Okay. If you could transform, that'd be swell. So yeah, just doing like that basic punch attack is a really nice, like, just keeps everything pretty well and keeps these guys off of me, so that's not bad. And we can spin around with the shots there and do a fair bit of damage. And all things considered, we're doing pretty well. We got still hit by that, unfortunately, but it's fine. And that's good enough. Could have been a tad bit cleaner. We could have gotten a pure platinum maybe, but we might have also taken a little too long. Nah, I'll take that. A little scratch damage. I dodged a little too soon there. So yeah, thankfully Mitch kind of just nullifies that fight, I think, if you know how to use him well. Or it. I don't understand why some demons can talk in this game and some can't. Also, there's a little chest over here, by the way. That's the thing. That's the one thing that kind of confuses me. Like, especially because no demons talked in like Bayo 1 or 2, except for like Alrune. I guess they're not really being inconsistent so much as just not every demon does that. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Well, Phantom never talked in their game in the first two games really, so it's kind of weird to hear them talk in this one. But then again, different universe, different rules, I guess. So you're hearing friendly fire. That's not very good. That does not sound good at all. And as disturbing as that is, there's actually a hidden mission over here too that we can take care of. And this one can be a little nasty. So this might require a reset or two as well. Let's hope not. They are definitely getting to the harder ones as we move into the not quite end game, but we're getting close. I mean, we've gotten most of the Chaos Gears. So what we're going to want to do for this one, we have invisible enemies as a little thing here, which means Mitch is going to get another workout. And unfortunately, the enemies in question right now are these little ballerinas, which are always a pain to fight. Thankfully, we can at least do a little bit of damage there. We're going to have to bring Mitch in every so often, though, to re-illuminate them. And because of just how they work, they just can dodge most things that Mitch throws out, which is a little annoying. Like, I get it. That's like their shtick. That's how they work. But it would have been nice if they would just not do that. Okay, I think we can hit some of these guys. The fact that it feels like they're just like programmed to just like automatically dodge them. Of course, they dodge my stuff too sometimes, which is kind of a problem. There we go. Witch time will help us out, though. Oh, that didn't quite go the way that I wanted it to. It doesn't help that they never attack half the time, they just dodge. So I can't even, like, witch time. There we go. So, that said, we still have one more problem. Remember how I said I hate the snail? What if the snail was invisible? Yeah. So, unfortunately, this dude's gonna be invisible, and we have only a handful of health, like, hits, really. So we are gonna wanna try to keep this guy contained. We're gonna wanna avoid the lasers. Do a little bit of damage, and break the shell, which is actually very nice for us. I really wish that cloud of erasure wasn't there, but it is what it is. We'll just kind of have to make do as that happens. Again, I don't quite understand why it's allowed to do all of this, but it is what it is. And hey, thankfully, our good friend Gaon here is able to do a fair bit of damage. We're almost there, and we took care of it while it was invisible even. So that could have been way worse, actually. I'll take a gold for that. You want to just kill the snail as quick as you can. I cannot believe they threw an invisible snail at us. Another heart piece. So that one wasn't too bad, thankfully. The train just kind of... I love Gaon so much. I'm glad that I discovered just how broken he can be. And there's still more demons to mess with. Like, Mitch is cool. Mitch has elements that are nice, but at least I have not found as much crazy damage as Gaon can get us. It's time for more Congestus puberty. So let's inch our way forward. We're almost there. Still got hit by that, unfortunately. I said it again. So this is an interesting kind of challenge once we can pole dance to Return to the Past. So this statue's all broken off. that was once whole, and there's a witch heart fragment there. And hey, these guys are praying to it. If we want to go back a bit, I think this is probably fine. What we're gonna want to do with young little Cereza here is like jump off of them in sequence, because she can't dodge and do witch time and crazy magic. There we go. But she is capable of enemy step, I guess. So that was that. That was pretty simple. And I don't think we can actually fight these guys or anything once time runs out, but we'll have to wait and see here. Come on. I mean, she can dodge, she just can't do witch time, I guess. And they fly away, I guess they're gone. I don't know if you can actually fight them. I don't think you can fight them. So take care of all this stuff. I think we're doing okay on most collectibles here, because we are being kind of funneled a fair bit. But this last little bit will be a little rough on us, maybe.
It looks like I'm on the clock. Better find that gear quickly.
So yeah, we're back in the chaos dimension, which we usually don't do that. Usually we get there, we go there to the level, and that's it. But so before we move too forward, there is a little chest here we can smack open, and that leads us to another chest. Okay, I didn't mean to fall off like that. Okay, there we go. We have some collectibles to get around this little square here. It's gonna be a tight time limit, and all of those little platforms will fall away when we hit them. So we do want to be careful. Not too bad though. The frog form has a lot of airtime, I find. And all that for a bunch of halos. Yeah, you have so much airtime with this, it's kind of crazy. It's also a little unwieldy. Let's move forward. What's going on over there? Mummy? See, I didn't really talk about that much earlier, but that's an alternate Rosa from Bayo 2. That's kind of cool. Kind of wonders why we didn't get more of that. Oh. There you go. I hope you like frog ass. Toad ass, whatever, doesn't matter. Keep moving throughout here. Gotta follow our mummy. That's also voiced by Jen Hale, by the way. So this verse is interesting. We gotta chase mummy here. It's not really a combat verse. This is a bit of like a set piece thing. We're gonna keep moving. Mummy, why do you run from us? And we're just chucked right back. Nope, I don't think so, buddy. Get out of here. I'm pretty sure that's scripted. I've yet to not see that happen. Okay, let's try to avoid these lasers if possible. I would love to get through this without getting hit, but it might be a bit harder than... Yeah. Hard to tell where those lasers were going to start. Keep moving through here, and this part's a bit of a pain. But what we want to do... We'll hide behind these pillars for a little cover. We're still in danger of getting hit, actually. I'll let them do one more little volley. And... tagged right at the end anyway. We already got hit, but... That's still not bad, though. I'll take the platinum. Simple enough. Let's go find Mummy Dearest. Quit running, Mummy. Don't run from your child. I don't know if there's anything over here. We can double check quick. There probably is like a little trading card or model sheet or something. Nope. So yeah, like this level just seems really small, like coming from the super vast, overly big desert. Which makes me, you know, does make me wonder about the development. Like maybe this stuff got heavily scaled back. But we'll probably never know. At least not anytime soon. So we'll keep moving forward here and get our little boss fountain, if you couldn't tell. let's move forward here. And it's time for another big boy boss. Just go to town on him, Gowan. I would appreciate it. So that's already most of one health bar gone, which is nice. Okay, just let me do my combo unhindered. That's cool. But he's gonna do the big, yeah. Kind of, yeah. He does the body splash again. That's fine. Yeah, did not mean to actually summon right there. You know what? I'll bring Mitch out for a bit. Please stop. Mitch, get in there. Cool. Just a little bit more. Oh, he didn't do the body splash. That's cool. Oh, chromatic aberration. Is that what that is? It was a lot of particle effects, that's for sure. Another platinum. Pretty easy. We've fought these guys so much at this point, they're just gigantic punching bags.
It's about time I got moving again.
We do want to keep moving. I don't know how much else is really left over here. We can just kind of destroy everything and probably make the frame rate die and not enjoy everything. I think we're mostly fine here. We've gotten, I think, pretty much everything. I do like my Wonton Disruption, though.
Now's your chance.
Yeah. Explosions. So keep on moving. Got some tanks, which apparently did nothing. And more explosions. I'm just having a fun time as we saunter over here. A lot of fire.
Mummy! What has he done to her?
Hey, Mommy. Mommy dearest. So we gotta fight old Mummy here, and she doesn't get to have her crazy shotgun weapons from Bayo 2. But we do get something that's almost as good. It seems pretty cool. I totally wonder if, you know, we can get that for ourselves. You know, just hypothetically. She's teleporting to us, but, you know, we don't need this. It's a very interesting weapon, though, because she can kind of parry stuff. So here's an interesting thing. She's going to move around these doors, and you got to pick which one. And if we can use Mitch to figure out which door, and just hit her right away. If you guess wrong, she will do a pretty big attack that'll hurt a fair bit. So that's actually a pretty nice trick to have, and as you can see, that was also a bewitchment. Yeah, let's get you in the air, maybe, Mama. I wanted to do my little... There we go. Let's get you in the air again. This is basically just means we have to get away. We don't want to... We can't really... We can do very little damage to her in this state while she kind of just goes nuts. At least as far as I know. We want to be careful with... Ow. Yeah, we still are getting hit by that, unfortunately. You can see she's actually like parrying our attacks. Ooh. I remember that mech suit. I have very fond memories of that mech suit. Okay, Mitch, let's go.
Just let me handle this. Enzo on the other side of the law may be worse.
At least this Enzo gets to do something. So, you didn't think that we would get through a Platinum game without a shmup sequence, did you? But to follow Papillon de Ombre. I probably butchered that just as much as Enzo did. So, we gotta find Rosa. Move with L, the left stick, shoot with all of the face buttons, although they all do different attacks, which the game doesn't really tell you that. And we can switch with our, when we're in dark places with Formation X, which will also change our attacks. We're just gonna spam the gun button, because that does like the most, like, just easy to understand attack. We're trying to hit Rosa here. I don't like this camera angle at all. I really wish they had gone with something a little bit different. Like, we can try the other attacks, but they're just really, eh. You can do a charge attack as well, which is nice. I am not the best at shmups, so I'm gonna do my best. We're going through the Chaos Rift too, which is a weird thing they're not really talking about much. Like, we're just, like, the universe is merging, I guess? And we'll switch to Formation X here. Try to avoid this stuff. It's a little hard to tell. Again, I don't like this particular camera angle, like, at all. Especially as she's attacking us. We want to be careful. We want to move to the right here to try to get through. See, like, I'm trying to get through, and it's hard to tell what's actually overlapping and what's not. Like, there's a bewitchment for getting through these sections without getting hit, but, like, that's really hard. I'm not a fan of that. And now we get a good camera angle. I don't understand why they couldn't have just made the whole thing like this. And then there's another little thing we can get here, which gets us another... That's a Moon Pearl just hidden right there. We also can't, like, dodge and get witch time. I don't understand why we're getting hit. Like, what is actually hitting us? I'm very confused. Like, the tower, I guess, was, but... very strange. Yeah, if we're in Formation X, the attack kind of changes. We get some candy from Mommy for hitting her. We gotta switch to Formation X again. Yeah, this is our projectile. Yeah, we want to watch out for all these bomb guys. There's like one right there, too, I think. I don't know why it was there. Unless there's like something else there I'm not seeing. And now another camera angle change, which is also like better than the default one. I don't mind shmups at all. I'm not the best at them, but I think they can be neat. And that's another bewitchment, by the way. That's pretty easy to get if you're actually trying. But like, it just strikes me as very strange that they want to fit in like every single conceivable camera motion. We use punch in X formation, we get this nice little kind of AoE, which that takes care of Virga pretty quickly, actually. And this is actually kind of fun. I like this section a lot. You know, I think Platinum clearly likes shmups. They released, you know, about a year or two before this, Soul Cresta, which is like a reboot slash just like new installment in an old franchise that I guess they just like because they don't own it, as far as I know. And I guess it's good. I've not played it, though, because it's like 40 bucks with, I think, $10 story DLC if you actually want the story mode. Might be somewhat wrong on those prices, but it's like, it's kind of weird. Like, it seems like it's pretty good if you like that sort of thing, but for what you get out of it, it's not the best. or for what what they're asking for, it's a little much. Let's try to avoid her gunfire. And this might seem familiar. Spire of the Forbidden, Umbran Clock Tower. Yeah, you thought a train was the weirdest demon in this game. You ain't seen nothing yet. Okay, boss time. So it's mostly invincible when the doors are closed, and we can only hit the specific parts where the all the weapons and stuff are out. Every level has a different weapon. Like that's got the little gong, that's got the shockwave. I'm sure there's better ways to do this. I'm just gonna treat this like a shmup and just kind of shoot at everything. Like, I can try the other attacks too, but it just doesn't seem worth it. I'm gonna kind of mash dodge like crazy too. Yeah, these fists are annoying to deal with. We've got the little Umbran battle mechs come out too at points. I don't understand why I'm not doing damage there. Yeah, we're just gonna keep moving. Try to just move where we can here. Yeah, the big one is obviously the easiest to hit. The gong is probably the most risky because it's constantly like attacking on the same plane you are. I'm just mashing at this point. I just keep moving and try to just do damage where you can, I guess. And then just to try to avoid the big hits where possible. We're actually doing alright though, damage-wise. And because we keep moving, they can't really actually hurt us, which is nice. We're there. After this. Yeah, I'm gonna preemptively mash here a little bit. There we go. Oof. Poor Mitch, that was a little rough. Not bad. Now, Mommy, can you listen to reason?
Mommy. Forget about me. Destroy this abomination. Now. Thank you, Rosa. And I thought we were becoming friends.
Well, Bayonetta didn't die, but why not the mom? Okay, well, ignoring that, that was a okay chapter. Some fun change-ups. A pretty short one, honestly. And we get a new demon and weapon from this. So let's look at the Umbran clock tower quick. So the R action puts you in the armor, which is really cool. And that's like basically just you to fully control the thing. You know, a few of the weapons like that can suck enemies in to do a bunch of damage. This thing has the top do some stuff. That's kind of cute. Never actually used that move myself. The thing with this demon is that it stays stationary from where you summon it, so you have to be very careful with positioning. It's kind of awkward, but I think kind of like Gawan, it has a lot of potential. And then as for Tartarus, the weapon, if we hold down the punch buttons, we will hold up the doors, I guess as it is, as shields to kind of just not quite parry attacks, but just take them and keep going, which is nice. And then you can summon random bits and pieces of the tower itself for some moves, as we can see. And yeah, that's like its jump attack. So we pretty much saw a lot of that moveset fighting Rosa, oddly enough. So that was an eventful chapter. It felt short, but there was still a lot kind of in there, I guess. So next time in the plot is the Edge of Madness, which sounds great. That doesn't sound foreboding at all. But we also have another remnant after that. As far as the bewitchments, yeah, just avoiding everything in the dark is the only thing, which I still haven't gotten on my own file, so I'm pretty happy we got everything else, though. Yeah, just what else is there to say? I'm tired of watching characters die kind of pointless deaths. Like, I guess in this case, being controlled by Singularity, apparently, that seems to be pretty bad. But there's just no way we could ever possibly save them. We have to kill. Just don't ask questions. As cool as it was to see Rosa for like 5 minutes, she's already gone. So with that said, next time you can expect another remnant from me, and then we will continue the plot as is customary. So I'll check you next time.